I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I need to do a better job of just vlogging. Okay, I've been in Valencia for a week, okay, just about 1 week, and I've barely vlogged anything. I've barely vlogged anything because honestly, I'm just spending as much quality time as I possibly can with my girlfriend because, as I've said before, this is the first time we've ever actually met in person, and this is the first time that we ever get some real quality time together, and I want to cherish that. And I also want to keep my relationship off of YouTube. So it kind of makes it difficult for me to vlog my escapades because most of my escapades are with my girlfriend, not really doing too much exploring without her. Nevertheless, I have family members, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are probably also asking me to just document this journey. And I know in the future, I'll want to go back and watch these videos to remember the first time that I came to Europe and was just out here catching a vibe. So go ahead and pull this camera out and just vlog some random stuff, man. So I just got finished shopping at H&M. Okay, shout out to H&M. For those of you who don't know, I did used to work there, and that served as a very, very prominent stepping stone for me to be able to launch my YouTube career, which ultimately allowed me to make this trip, right? To make this trip where I can come out to Europe and not only get paid for it, but also write off the clothes that I buy and maybe some of the food that I eat, things like that, plane tickets, all of that, right? So I always like to show gratitude to the places that enabled me to get to where I am, even if I know that I'll never go back. I'm very big on burning bridges. Honestly, bro, I'm just out here talking because I don't really know what else to do. How do you vlog? How do you do a regular person vlog when you're by yourself? I don't really know how to do that. So to anybody who says that I maybe talk too much during my vlogs or something like that, I don't know what else to do. Okay, I can just walk around and record, but I don't like recording random people because it's weird. Okay, it's weird to just walk up on random people and record them without saying anything, or without at least appearing to be saying something meaningful. What the hell is this right here? What is this? I don't know what this person has going on or what this is all about, but oh shit, what's good? What's good with you? Oh shit, Valencia's wild, man. I don't know what's going on out here. We're just out here vlogging. It's kind of weird because even though there's so many people around me, I don't really feel like I'm around a lot of people because most of these people don't speak English. Okay, even at H&M, I didn't know what the cashier was saying to me. She was asking me if I wanted a bag. Somebody literally had to come up and translate just that basic ass question because I didn't know what she was saying. So being out here, man, that language barrier is definitely real. And I was just thinking about this the other day, but to anybody who moves to America not knowing how to speak English, I have way more respect for them now. I have so much more respect for them because America in particular is very unforgiving to people who don't really know what they're doing. So man, I have the utmost respect for anybody who can do that, who can undertake that challenge. But man, Valencia has to be one of the most beautiful places I've ever actually seen in person, just based on the architecture and the infrastructure and everything. I know I talked a lot about that in my last couple of vlogs, I think, but man, Valencia is an absolutely beautiful place. I'm just trying to document at least part of my journey for my loved ones and, like I said, my future self. Just out here catching a vibe. Hold on, almost got hit by a car. I hate to see it, but we're gonna cross the street right here. So I don't really have any plans. For those of you who don't know, I'm not really much of a planner. I don't like to plan my days out like that. I just kind of hit the road and just catch a vibe, man. That's my whole thing. I'll just leave the hotel, Airbnb, whatever, and just start walking or hop on the bus, let it take me somewhere random, and then find my way back. That's my way of traveling. I'm not really one to actively seek out tourist destinations or anything like that. It's just not my vibe. Look at the architecture, bro. You guys can't tell me that that's not absolutely elite. Look at that. Okay, you love to see it. I don't think the camera's really doing this justice, bro. It never really does. But man, I never actually saw this part of Valencia prior to just now. Honestly, I was just trying to go to H&M to get me some clothes. Got me some new pants. I'll show you guys everything that I got once I get back to the hotel, because you know I need that tax write-off. But man, I was not expecting this. I did not know Valencia was built like this, bro. This is what I'm talking about. In the US, you're just not really gonna get anything like this right here. You're not gonna get this sort of environment in a city of this size. At least, as far as I'm aware, I've never seen it before. If there is a city in the US that's like this, by all means, put me on game, enlighten me, because I've never seen it before. I don't really know where I'm going right now. I guess I probably should head back to the hotel, but man, I'm just out here just exploring. We out here in Europe. Honestly, this whole entire trip has felt completely surreal to me. For one, because I'm with my girlfriend, and prior to, what, a week ago, I had literally never touched her before. We had never made physical contact with one another. And now we're laying in bed together every day, just vibing, bro. Just vibing. Honestly, I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave her here. And I'm trying to scheme and find out ways that I can maybe come back or maybe make that move to Europe, man. Not just for her, but to expand my own horizons, man. Just to get out here and see these different countries. This morning, I asked her if she knew anybody who had never left the Netherlands, which is where she's from. And she told me no. She doesn't know anybody who hasn't traveled internationally. And that shit blew my mind. Because, you know, coming from America, to anybody who's from America, you know most people don't ever leave the country. Most people will never leave the US if they're from the US. And they definitely won't leave the US at a young age. So that's a bit of a culture shock in and of itself right there. Just the fact that so many people in Europe are exposed to so many different cultures at younger ages because of the proximity to said cultures. But I'm just talking just to talk, man. I'm gonna go ahead and just keep walking, try to show you guys as much as I can. This is really a home video. I'm not talking about anything in this video. If you're watching this video to get some sort of insight or anything like that, this is not the one. You might as well go ahead and click off. This video is really for my family. It's for my family, my friends back in Texas, back in the US. This is for my future self. This is for my future kids. Whatever, man. I'm just filming this video as if I was shooting a home video. But man, this shit right here is crazy. It's just the smallest things, bro. The smallest things are so different that my mind is having trouble processing it. Like I said earlier, for one, the fact that my girlfriend is with me, that makes it surreal, but just the location itself is very, very surreal. It's so different. Their general disposition, their general demeanor is completely different than most people in the US, at least that I've come across. I guess you could say people are maybe more reserved or more withdrawn over here. Whereas in the US, you're walking past somebody, you make eye contact, you do that little awkward head nod, you know what I'm talking about. But out here, that's not really happening. Also, something else that I noticed that I want to touch on is the customer service out here is way different. Way, way, way different. Maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit, but it's definitely a different experience. I can tell that the customer is not always right out here, which actually I find to be very refreshing, given that I did my years, okay, I did my time working retail, working in the service industry. It's very refreshing to see companies prioritize the workers over the customers. Or I won't even say prioritize them over the customers, but just hold them on an equal ground. Because if you've ever worked in the service industry in the US, you know, okay, you know the customer is always right. Even if they're on some bullshit, which oftentimes they are, they're right. And it's not even just in those interactions, it's the little things. For example, if you and a customer are walking down the aisle, you have to yield to the customer. You move out of the way and let the customer walk by. But out here, it's not like that. It is not like that in the places that I've been to. They will cut you off. The workers will literally cut you off and make you divert your course in order to get to where you're trying to go. It's something very, very small, something that a lot of people wouldn't necessarily notice, but I don't know, I guess I'm just more observant or something, I don't know, but I'm just out here trying to soak it all in and just see all of the differences, man, because this feels like a whole different world to me. This feels like a completely different world, and I don't even know how to process it. That's why I said I know I need to come back. If not to Spain, somewhere else. Somewhere out of the US, out of North America in general. Because this right here is one of those experiences that matures you in ways that no amount of success could ever mature you in. Obviously, with me having experienced what I've experienced at my age, I have more insight than a lot of people who are 22, just on the fact that I've built my own brand and I've taken chances that a lot of people will never take in their lifetime. Most people will never get to say that they work for themselves, but I've been doing that for years now. I'm 22, this is my norm. I don't know what it feels like to work for other people anymore. Matter of fact, that's cap. I do remember. I remember very, very well what it feels like to work for other people, but I try to block the memory out as much as I possibly can. But even though I have this insight and this experience, there's something to be said about the exposure of coming to a place like this, not knowing the language, not knowing what you're getting yourself into, and just making it work. Just making it work, even if just for 2 weeks, much less 5 or 6 months like my girlfriend is doing. Absolutely insane, okay, absolutely insane. One of the main reasons why I'm attracted to her is because she has that level of temerity and audacity to make those moves, Me and her are very similar in that regard, and I think that's a big part of the reason why I see myself building a future with her. It's just because we're on the same wavelength in that aspect, which in my opinion is extremely important. Okay, if you're gonna find a partner, you need to make sure that you're on the same page with them in terms of your general approach to life. You don't have to have the same favorite food or anything like that. Okay, you don't have to have all of the small details be the exact same, because those things are oftentimes subject to change. But as far as your general disposition on life, I feel like those are non-negotiable. Your morals, your ethics, your values, those are completely non-negotiable. But I know I talked about the Valencia bikes in a previous vlog, and this is a closer look at them. It's honestly very, very convenient. I'm sure that some of the cities in the US have similar systems to this right here, but I haven't actually used them in those cities. But these ones right here, man, these are absolutely elite. Okay, for those of you who don't know me, I don't like walking at all. I hate walking. So having access to those bikes comes in clutch. Believe me when I tell you, especially for the price, bro. 30 euros for 1 year is crazy. Absolutely crazy. That means even if I come back in November, I'll still be able to use those bikes pretty much for free. So absolutely insane. And man, it's just crazy, man. I know I keep saying that, but this is insane. My mind is genuinely blown. My mind is genuinely blown, but in a good way. In a very, very good way, in a refreshing way. Just seeing something new, experiencing something new, seeing new people. Haven't met anybody new out here, nor do I really plan to, but I don't know, man. This is that next level of expansion. I know in my previous video I was talking about the difference between expansion and growth, and just adding that extra dimension of evolution into your life by taking leaps of faith, by doing things that scare you, which in my opinion, I think traveling, especially to a foreign country, is a universally scary experience, especially if there's a language barrier. So being able to actually live that and feel the effects of that leap of faith, of taking that step into the unknown, that's a priceless feeling. That's an invaluable feeling that you can't quantify. Like I said, you can't quantify that in your bank account. You can't quantify that in your body fat percentage or in any other numerical metric. You just can't. It's not possible. But anyways, man, I'm just going on a tangent. Go ahead and show you guys some more of the scenery right here. Like I said, this is really a home video, and I'm just out here recording. I'm about to get hit by this car right here. I should have let him hit me. Collect that insurance check. What we're talking about. But man, I'm just out here catching a vibe. You love to see it. Here goes another one of those Valencia stations. These are all over, bro. They're really pretty much every block or every other block out here in Valencia, at least in the more dense, concentrated areas. There's plenty of stations out here, and you'll never really struggle to find a bike. So definitely helps you get out of a pinch if maybe you need to find a bathroom or something like that. Which, one thing I have noticed is that there are pretty much no public restrooms out here, which is very, very concerning, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I could come out here and just live in a car just based on that fact right there, because I rely very, very, very heavily on public restrooms. You know, I'm always staying hydrated, but it has to come out as well. I'm just talking just to talk at this point, bro. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but I think I need to go ahead and get back to the hotel pretty soon here. I don't know what time my girlfriend gets off work yet, but definitely want to, at the very least, show you guys the clothes that I got, the clothing haul, before she gets off work. Because once my girlfriend clocks out, I clock out too. When my girlfriend gets back to the hotel, I'm done for the day. I'm done working. That's us time. That's quality time. That's the lesson that it took me a long time to realize, is that personal relationships are more important than work. They're more important in my experience, in my opinion. I don't think it's worth it to sacrifice personal relationships, sacrifice making memories with the people that you love for the sake of money. I've been down that road before and it worked, but it cost me everything. It cost me everything that actually mattered. And now I have another chance to redeem myself and to prioritize what truly matters in this life. And I plan to seize that opportunity and document that experience, man. Just live my life, but also maintain that degree of discernment between my work life and my personal life. Because for as authentic and vulnerable as I am on this camera, you guys really don't know me. You guys only know 20 minutes out of my day. But those 20 minutes are not necessarily indicative of how the rest of my day goes or the rest of my life goes. You guys are seeing a snapshot in the grand scheme of things. So, hold on real quick. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and turn down here and show you guys this little neighborhood. See, this is what I'm talking about, bro. It's just very, very walkable. You see a lot of foot traffic out here. One thing you guys probably don't know about me is that I'm low-key a bit of a geek, a bit of a nerd when it comes to urban planning, city planning. Out of all of the majors that I explored in college, that was actually the only one that I found interesting, was urban planning, city planning. And I know enough to say that this sort of density right here, this sort of structure, which is typically more prominent in the older cities, hence Europe utilizing this structure more frequently than America. It's very, very efficient, and it's very effective for cutting costs for the people, for creating more job opportunities, because you can fit more buildings, more businesses, and just generally making life better in most quantifiable metrics. In most quantifiable metrics, this sort of setup is going to be much more efficient, much more effective than the typical sprawl that is prevalent in a lot of modern US cities. But even with that being said, man, for as old as this place is, it's still very well maintained, which, like I said, that just goes to show where their priorities are compared to a lot of the other places in America, at the very least. Haven't been to any other countries other than some of the more touristy destinations in Turks and Caicos in Mexico, but definitely a lot more prevalent out here, that density and the architecture, man. Look at the craftsmanship. All right, look at the craftsmanship. Got me feeling cultured and shit. Got me feeling like I could speak 3 languages for no reason. But let me go ahead and get back to the hotel, get one of these bikes, man. I'm just out here recording myself looking crazy, and My arm's getting tired. I'm hungry as hell. So let me go ahead and get back to the hotel so I can show you guys clothes that I got so I can get that tax write-off. All right, so let me go ahead and show you guys what I got from H&M. So first of all, I already put on one of the pairs of pants that I got, but I got these right here. These were on clearance for I think $8, $9, something like that, or 9 euros. I don't know what the equivalent would be, but around 9 euros. I just wanted some baggy pants, some comfortable pants, because I have been wearing these skinny jeans for about a year and some change now, and honestly, I just couldn't do it anymore. I could not do it anymore. These are too skinny. When I first got them, they fit me pretty well, but once I started to do legs more frequently in the gym, my legs got bigger, and now they barely fit me at all. You can see every single muscle insertion in my leg through these jeans. Won't really be wearing those too much anymore, if at all. Might even consider donating them, but I got these pants right here. I don't really know what you would call these. These are just pants. I don't really know, but just regular black pants. They're baggy, but they're tapered, I believe. I think it says relaxed fit tapered. So pretty comfortable, I must say. I also got these sweatpants right here. I'm not gonna put these on because I think it's pretty obvious what they look like. Relaxed fit sweatpants for $20. Always a good investment, man. These are really what I went there for. I wanted some relaxed fit cargo pants, and these fit the bill seamlessly. So let me go ahead and show you guys what these look like. All right, so this is what the cargo pants look like. As you guys can see, these are also relaxed fit. This is what I wanted from H&M initially. This is what brought me to H&M. I wanted some relaxed fit black cargo pants, something versatile, comfortable, and practical. And these fit the bill. So went ahead and copped these.